This is the Excellent Sports Adventure, brought to you by Lycom.
Well, I ran into two of the newest Jays at the golf course the other day, Whit Nerfield and Jackie Bradley Jr. They both reiterated that there are always ebbs and flows in a major league season over 162 games. We'll see. Cleveland Guardians in town first up. Some fine Canadian content. Josh Naylor nails this Jose Barrios offering. That's going to leave the yard. It's a 2-run rip for the 25-year-old from Mississauga. More than enough offense for Port Hope's Cal Quantrill. Yes, son of Paul, who has been on the show. Cal struck out 7 over 7 innings to improve to 9-5 on the season. A much tighter game the following day. Teoscar Hernandez sees what he can handle from Tristan McKenzie. A majestic drive that will find the seats. Number 17 for Teo. Matt Chapman also went deep. Mitch White and 5 relievers got it done on the mound. Jordan Romano with 2 terrific innings of relief for his 26th save. Another 1-run win for the Bluebirds as they top the Guardians 2-1.
Can't say enough about the job they did from Pop to Simber to Bass to Jimmy to Jordy. I mean, they all stepped up. I mean, the last 2 games, I think 9 scoreless. They've been really, really good for a while now. So it lined up well after Mitch. And, just a credit to those guys. They were all pretty much nails. Yeah, I thought our approach was better overall. Obviously, the 2 big homers were key from Chappie and Teo, but I think what I liked was the way they kind of grinded. Their at bats out and we're in it. It's a good team and it's a good pitcher in McKenzie. So I was pleased with the way that they really grinded through their at bats for the most part, but hopefully we can kind of string it together a little bit more consistently.
But here's the problem: the Jays pitching has not been great. Yusei Kikuchi can't stay in this rotation. It's a guaranteed loss when he takes the mound. Shoddy defense hasn't helped. The Bluebirds have dropped 5 of 6. They better get this ship straightened out or they're not going to see the postseason. A big rematch between the Ticats and the Argos. This time, the 2 longtime rivals hooked up at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton. And this time, the Cats would rally. Matthew Schultz, in the quarterback for the injured Dane Evans, airs it up for Tim White, who makes a lovely adjustment. And he takes this in for a 60-yard touchdown late fourth quarter. Sean Thomas Erlington takes a handoff, hits the hole. This guy has some wheels. Ticats take down the Argos 37-27. Can't wait for Labor Day. Nathan Rourke and the sizzling Lions in Calgary. After a sluggish first half, Rourke finds his groove. Late, drops back and fires a dart downfield for Brian Burnham. Burnham takes it 53 yards to the house. Rourke passed for 488 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Lions rally from 9 down. Came down to this. Sean White with a 25-yard field goal with no time left. BC wins 41-40. They're 7-1. Wow, what a difference. Night and day. Toronto FC has yet to lose an MLS game since Lorenzo Insigne and Federico Bernardeschi joined the club. Both Italian stars found the score sheet along with Jonathan Osorio as the Reds bounced the Portland Timbers 3-1 at BMO Field. The Timbers were unbeaten in 10 straight heading in. The Reds are now 4 points out of a playoff spot. If they do squeeze into the postseason, they will be a heap of trouble for whoever they run into. They're home to New England and Inter Miami this week. It was CEBL Championship weekend in Ottawa. Great job by the Scarborough Shooting Stars, who made it to the final, but they ran into that powerhouse from Hamilton, the league-leading Honey Badgers. Christian Vital led the way with 17 points. Kobe McEwen added 16. Jeremiah Tillman was a force inside. Badgers hold off the Stars 90-88 to capture the Canadian Championship. Cassius Robertson had 23 for Scarborough. Oh, these guys are good, folks. Jesse Wilcox kept his unbeaten record intact. The Hamilton super welterweight ended a 2.5-year hiatus against Mexican veteran Ricardo Lara in Cornwall. Wilcox found a home for that right hand, had some nasty on it. He dropped them and stopped them, improving his record to 16-0 with 10 KOs. Montreal's Jessica Camara scored a big TKO win in Houston. She put an end to the bout with the vicious body attack. Corcoran's Boxing Club is getting ready to host a huge amateur boxing show this Saturday night at Robert E. Young Recreation Complex just outside Peterborough. Jay Corcoran, a former champion, has been getting his team in tremendous shape for the war in Ennismore. Top boxers from across the province. Go to corcoranboxing@gmail.com for ticket information. I'll be there. I'll be hosting the event. Congratulations to Simona Halep, Pablo Carreño Busta, and a top 3 finish for Stephen Ames at the Boeing Classic Champions Tour event. Now, it's time for our golf shot of the week.
God damn it.
4!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Joe Tilley on the tee. It's around 179-yard par 3. He's looking at a driver. Maybe a 3-wood. Maybe a punched out 3-wood. I think he's got reset and stance. He likes it. Holy smokes, there we go. Look at the look. He likes it. Let's zoom in.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
Today's environmental tip: reduce the electricity you use. Use energy-efficient light bulbs instead of regular light bulbs. They last longer, which will save you money. Make sure that you turn off the lights, the TV, and other appliances when you're not using them. And lower your air conditioning or heat settings when it's not necessary. Open your windows when fall arrives and wear more layers of clothing rather than cranking up the heat.
Rycom, passionate people who turn complicated business problems into simplified technology solutions for public and private sector real estate, properties, portfolios, and enterprise customers. Optimize and future-proof smart buildings from the ground up. The latest in fault locating, base building network design, managed services, cybersecurity, data analytics. Our fault detection will support all smart strategies, define projected outcomes for capital planning, and reduce environmental impact. Rycom, smart protection solutions. At Rycom, we're building a path to a smart and environmentally friendly future.